Hi everybody, welcome to Jenna's Stitches. My name is Jenna. I went yarn shopping again. I think this is the third week in a row that I have went yarn shopping. But this time, everything except for what I got at Joann's has a purpose, has a project already picked out. There's a new item that I'm kind of obsessed with that I want to make that I didn't have any yarn for. So I got all the yarn to make several of those that you'll be seeing in my wrap-up video. Or I might say it when I show the yarn, who knows. Sorry I haven't posted a video all week. It was another very busy week at work. Monday I worked my regular hours, but Tuesday I ended up working 7:30 in the morning till 5:30 in the afternoon, and then did the same thing on Wednesday. And then Thursday I ended up being like half an hour late, so I worked 7:30 to like 4:30ish. Good thing about that though is yesterday, a couple hours into the day, I was talking to my work partner, I guess I would call her. And she was leaving early yesterday. She's like, just to remind you, I'm leaving at 3, not 4. And I was like, oh, I could probably leave at 3 if I wanted to. I have about 4 hours of overtime. And she's like, well, do it. And I was like, no, I want the overtime. But then I got thinking, and we had already, me and my husband and the kids had already had the plan to go yarn shopping yesterday. I knew exactly what I wanted, and that was cool with my husband. So I placed a grocery order from 4 to 5 at Walmart. And my thought was, when she said, well, just leave early too, if we would have went to Walmart to get the groceries at 4 to 5, came home and unloaded them, and then went yarn shopping, we wouldn't have been back till pretty late. And granted, today's Saturday, we're not doing anything that needed us to be up early. I mean, it's only 7 o'clock now, but still, it still would have been really late when we got home. And Hobby Lobby, which I went to, closes at 8. So I just kind of was like, maybe it's better if I just leave early. So I figured out if I left at 1, I wouldn't have any overtime, but it would give us plenty of time to get out to Hobby Lobby and Joann's, and then back to Walmart to get our groceries in time. And it ended up working out perfectly. I know I've said in some of my other videos, my closest Hobby Lobby is an hour away, either that way or that way. I tend to go that way, towards Buffalo. And my closest Joann's is about 25 minutes to a half an hour away, but I honestly never go to that one. I either go to the one that way towards Rochester or that way towards Buffalo. And because I wanted to go to Hobby Lobby, I went that way towards Buffalo. The other Hobby Lobby is a little bit farther away, and I don't like, I like that one, but not as much as I like the one towards Buffalo. That's the one that I usually go to, and it wasn't until sometime last year that I even found out about the other one in Rochester. So it kind of worked out perfectly. We went there. We didn't really leave town until around 2 because my husband had some running around to do first before we left. But we ended up heading out there and getting back to get our groceries by 4:30ish, and they actually weren't even ready, so it was fine, which is good that we ended up doing it that way, because if we would have done it the other way after I got out of work and got there at 4 to pick up the groceries and they weren't even ready, it would have pushed us even further behind. So it was kind of good. I still ended up having a little bit of overtime, I think like 0.72 hours. So just apologize for not making a video all week. It's been quite a hectic week again. It's going to be that way for a while. I think I've mentioned that I am the QA and training specialist at my job. So I do train one of our programs, and we're getting into that busy season. Plus we just picked up 2 other contracts from the client. Don't think I've ever mentioned it, but I work for an outsourcing company. So we have many clients who outsource their work to us. So I have to sneeze, sorry. Sorry about that. So I work mainly with one of our clients. I do our qualities for every team in the building. So I listen to the phone calls and grade them basically. But as for training goes, I work really closely to one of the contracts because I was a phone representative on that contract before I became the quality and training specialist. So they have the regular team that we've had for years ramping up. They're adding about 6 to 8 employees on that. Then we just started another team with them of 4 people. They're adding 2, which I'm doing this next week. The team that I do has different parts of it, the main team that we've had for years. So when people come in, we train them on one thing, give them a little time to get used to it, train them on another, give them a little time, train them on another. So after I'm done with the 2 for this week coming up, I have little trainings to do the week after with people who have already been on the program. They just need more. And then there is a 2-week training right after that for another contract we picked up with the same company. And then I believe as soon as that's done, I have to do more training for the regular team. So it's going to be a lot. I'll probably have overtime for the next month and a half. And plus, once that's done with the team I train, another one of our teams is ramping up with about 100 people. And that's not a team that I generally train on, but I worked on that team as well, and I do all the qualities for that one. So if any training assistance is needed, I will be helping with that. So it's going to be a very busy, hectic time at work for the next couple months. So I'm probably going to have overtime all the time. So I don't know how often I will be able to post, but I have about 4 videos today that I'm going to film and post throughout the week. So that probably will work better. But on to the yarn. And actually I have one non-yarn thing, but it is crochet and craft related that I got to that I want to show. But the first thing I have is what I got at Joann's. Before I do that, I do want to, I'm very all over the place. I do want to thank all of my subscribers. Since my last video, I have about 150 more subscribers. So I just want to welcome everybody and thank you all for subscribing and thank you for being here. So Joann's, the bag is right here next to me. I got 4 things. I have been seeing everybody share this one type of yarn, and I'm sure if you watch other crochet videos, you have too. And that is the Karen Colorama Halo Ogos. So this yarn has been all over the place. So many people have posted it. I think I originally saw it with, She's Got Yarn too. I think she was the first person I saw post it, but I know I've seen Kim from Affordably Crafty, Summer from Summer's Tips and Stitches. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Crystal from Bag O Day just posted it. But as soon as I saw it, whoever it was, I was like, I need it. It looks very, very similar to latte cakes from Karen. And if I have not mentioned it before, I might have. Latte cakes are one of my absolutely favorite yarns. I love the look of them. I love the feel of them. I love working with them, and I love the finished product. So as soon as I saw this, I was like, I need it. Forgot what I was going to say. Oh, so what I did is Thursday night, actually, I was on the Joann's website because everybody who has shared this, and like I said, it's been quite a few people, has only showed this color. And I know there's other colors out there. Actually, I think Affordably Crafty and Ginger from Yarn Geek showed everything that they had at their Joann's. But everybody who's buying it is only buying this color. So I wanted to see what other colors were available, especially at my store. So when I went to the website, it said if you enter your email address, you'll get 25% off all online orders. And then they were already on sale. So their original price is $9.99. And as of Thursday night and still yesterday, I'm not sure about today, they were on sale for $7.49. So I ended up placing the order online and going to the store to pick it up. The original price would have been $40 because I bought 4 of them, and then plus tax. I only paid $22 plus tax. for all 4 of them. So because I ordered it online and got that extra 25% off, I got a very good deal on them. But this is my first time actually feeling it. I picked them up yesterday. I looked in the bag, but I actually didn't take them out or anything. They're not as soft as I thought they were going to be. Everybody was raving about how soft they are. I don't know if it's just because I'm so used to latte cakes. It's kind of scratchy in my opinion, but who knows how it's going to work up. They are still very pretty, and they have a gorgeous ombre to them. If you're interested to see it fully worked up, Crystal at Bag O' Day did put a full donut of it through her knitting machine and has a video on that, so you can see the full color transition. But it's soft, but initial reaction is not what I was expecting. But the more I hold it, it does feel softer. So I'm sure once it's worked up, it will feel softer too. It might just be because of how it's bunched up too. So this is the first one I got. It is in the color Cranberry Frost. If you can see that. There we go. My phone's not focusing, but Cranberry Frost. It is classified as a bulky number 5, but if you have ever worked with the latte cakes, it's very similar in the fact that it is actually a number 4. But because of the halo and everything, they classify it as a number 5. They recommend U.S. knitting needle size 10, 6 millimeter, and a crochet hook size J, 6 millimeter. It is a 71% acrylic, 18% nylon, 11% polyester, 8 ounces, 227 grams, and 481 yards. So I know that was one of the big things that everybody was saying when they were buying them, is that it does have double the yardage of the original Ogos that came out. Those were only around 200 and some odd yards. So this one has almost 500, which is great. I can definitely make one shawl out of the whole thing if I wanted to. Now, I did buy 4 separate colors, so I can't really make any big project with any of them unless I want to put them all together, but the colors don't match at all. Well, the next 3 kind of could actually, but not that one. But I didn't really plan on making anything big with them for right now. The next colorway I got, I think might be my favorite. Oh, it's falling apart. And this one is called Harbor Frost. Why is my phone not focusing? Anyways, so this one is tealish blue. Same specs. It does feel a little bit softer than that one, so maybe just because I was expecting a latte cake and it didn't feel like that is why I didn't think it was soft, but as I feel them more, they get softer. The next one here is Bluestone Frost, and I really like this one too. It's kind of, I don't know why. Okay. So this one's got a darker blue and then transitions into the baby blue. I really, really like the shade of dark blue, how it's kind of grayish. And if you look at the picture they have on Joanns.com, this is actually a really dark blue-gray color. In person, it's definitely more blue, but I still really like that. And generally, I'm not a blue person at all. I do really like teal, but as for like actual blue, I don't. I've never been a blue fan, but I have been gravitating towards it lately. And then the last one I have is definitely blue, and that is in the colorway Skylight Frost. Oh, that one kind of focused. And this is just your standard blue color into baby blue. So those are the 4 Ogos I got. I do want to work one up and see how it turns out before I buy any more. I do really like them. I'm not really a fan of the whole Ogo structure. I think it's just kind of a waste of space. I don't want to buy something and then have to cake it up myself. if I don't have to. And I do prefer the latte cakes, and they get the same effect. They don't have the ombre to them, but so I think I'm gonna work one up and see how I feel about it, and then see if I'll buy any more. I think I'll do it with the pinkish color, or maybe the regular, like, what one was this? Skylight blue, because this one's really not my favorite. The teal and the bluestone frost, the darker blue one, I really do like those colorways, so I might save those until I make something else with the others in case I do want to make a bigger project. But that is everything from Joann's. And then I have Hobby Lobby. I'm just going to put these away really quick. I have a mess on my desk and don't really have much room for everything. Oops. Knocking everything over here. Okay, so Hobby Lobby, I got quite a bit, in my opinion. Probably not in everybody's. What is it called? I love this cotton. And again, all of these have a specific project in mind. And then I got one yarn ID yarn. So just getting into that. Some of these I have already used. I did already start making one of the projects. So I got one of these. I love this cotton in antique cream. Why won't, oh my God. Okay. So these are 100% cotton, a medium number 4. I personally consider them more of a 3 weight. They're 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, and 180 yards. And they recommend a US 8 5mm knitting needles, USI 9 5.5 crochet hook. I am using a very small hook with them right now. I believe it is a D, so 3.25 millimeter if you use clover hooks, which is what I'm using. And it's working up really good. So there is the first color. This is Antique Cream. The second one I have here is Curry. And if you watched my yarn haul from last week, I had Curry as well. I still haven't showed that finished project. I did finish the project I had started. If you watched that video, you'd seen I was making little granny squares. I did finish that project, so I will show it in my next wrap-up video, which will be filmed today at some point. I just don't know when I'm going to post it. But I did want to remake that project because I fell in love with it, but it was for my mom. And one of the projects of these things I'm making need this color too. So that is Curry. Then I got 2 whites. And I think this one I've already started using. Let me get past that. Then I have Dove, which is just a light gray color. I did use quite a bit of this one already. 2 blacks, and yes, used quite a bit of this one already too. There is fuzz on it from the other yarns. There's the other full black. Then I got Ivory. And again, this is another one that I had to buy last week in my last yarn haul video, but I want to make another one of the projects I made for my mom for myself. So I got 2 ivories. And I actually had another idea with them as well. And then another curry. So with the curry, and then antique gold is one of the ones I got too. These are both, and the ivory and a brown were what I was making the other project with from the video from last week. I still have quite a bit of the antique gold for sure, the curry and the brown left, but with my ideas in my head, I know how much I need to make another one of the projects. And then I had a thought of a different project, so I just grabbed 2 of each of them just to be sure. So there's the second curry and 1 antique gold. I did actually only grab 1 of the antique golds because I barely used any of the other ones. So I technically have 2 full skeins right now. Here's another brown. Same thing with this. I barely used any. The project I made needed 13 little granny squares, so just the center of them needed brown. I barely touched any of that yarn. Then this one I didn't have on my list. I had it on my list originally. I didn't state that. I actually made a list of what I wanted, what colors I needed before I went, because I have so many different projects I'm making with all of this. I didn't want to forget. So I originally had this on the list and then I changed my mind, but then I ended up picking it up. Oh, and this is in the colorway Bruschetta. I wanted a good pumpkin color for one of the projects I'm making, and it has a pumpkin on it. That was the closest thing they had, unless I wanted bright orange, and I just didn't think either really fit the aesthetic of the project. But I ended up picking it up anyways. Got another white. Was that 3? Okay, no. I thought it was 3 whites for a second, and I could have sworn I only bought 2, but I did only buy 2. And then I got 2 reds. And then the last thing I grabbed was this Yarn ID in the colorway Oats. So with the projects that I'm making with all the cotton, I do have all the colors to make one of them in a worsted weight. It would be black, yellow, white, and then a cream color or a skinish color. So I was looking at the I Love This Yarn to see what they had, and I couldn't find anything in the shade I wanted. I wanted it very similar to this one. This is the closest thing I could find. So this is Yarn ID in the colorway Oats. And this is 5 ounces, 142 grams, 252 yards, 80% acrylic, 20% polyamide, and a medium number 4. It recommends U.S. knitting needles 5mm, which is a size 8, or a eye hook, which is 5.5 millimeters. And this is really soft. It's my first time ever grabbing it. It's much softer than most acrylics, honestly. I mean, it does have that polyamide in it, so it's not your like budget acrylic, but I mean, for the price, Hobby Lobby to me is just expensive, but it's really soft. I'm kind of excited to work with it. So that is everything I bought there, and all of that all together was $49 exactly for the 3rd week in a row now, and I'm not really sure why, but they have their yarn 30% off still. So that was awesome. Last week I got a 30% off, and this week I did too. I have seen a lot of people posting the last few days that Hobby Lobby has more clearance. This is the lot dye clearance that they do. Or dye lot. Is it lot dye or dye lot? Why am I... Lot number. Is it dye lot? Dye lot clearance, yes. I'm sorry. I don't know why I was so confused for a second. But dye lot clearance sale. None at my Hobby Lobby. Same last year. I know a lot of people last year were posting about that clearance sale, where it's just specific colorways of every kind of yarn that they're clearancing out instead of like their huge annual clearance sale. The one I went to, at least towards the Buffalo area, does not do it. I've never seen it there. But if you have one close to you, it might be good to check it out, because I did see quite a few videos last night of people who were showing carts full of dye lot clearance at their Hobby Lobbies. Unfortunately, mine didn't, but I knew what I needed and I got what I needed, so that's all that really matters. So the last thing I want to show you really quick is one of the non-yarn related but still has to do with crafting things that I purchased. I do have to move my camera, and don't mind the mess behind what I'm going to show you. My husband was cleaning out our storage unit and just has boxes piled over here, but this is the other yarn related thing I got. So this is Sally. So my work partner that I was speaking of named her. I don't really know where the name Sally came from. I might have to ask her, but she named her Sally. And I know I've mentioned in pretty much every single one of my videos that I have been making these bralettes to sell. And I want to get them up on Etsy, and I didn't have anywhere to display them. They don't fit me. I mean, I do have some that will fit me, but I'm not about to model them. And I tried putting them on a hanger and doing it that way, or hang them on the rack on the back of my bathroom door, and they just kind of flop down. So the only solution I had other than laying them on the floor was to get a dress for them, so I did. So I will be putting these on my Etsy today, hopefully. It might be tomorrow, but I'm going to try to do it today. I have already taken pictures of all of them. Speaking of my bralettes, which I have shown everyone I've made so far. So I want to get those uploaded today. I did post them on my Facebook on the floor because I figured, you know, friends wouldn't really care. And I have sold 3 of them so far. 2 of them were special makes. So out of the ones I've already made, I've actually only sold 1, but I've sold 3 altogether. So I'm excited to get them on my Etsy and see how that goes. I think outside of friends and family who I have on my Facebook, if I get it on Etsy and then kind of share it from there, I'll get some more sales. But yeah, that's everything I have today. So I hope everybody's having a great day. I'm going to film a little wrap-up video next of everything I've worked on since my last one. I actually have gotten quite a bit done. There is a yarn tag going around that I'm about to make a video for and answer those questions. And then after 6 p.m. tonight, I'm going to do my 100 subscriber giveaway winner. If you watched my 100 subscriber giveaway, which I know is where I got a lot of my subscribers from, I did say that I would pick the winner after 6 p.m. my time, which is Eastern Standard. So after 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, I will post the video for that winner. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm really excited for it. I hope everybody else is too. But I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.